Good morning, Whittier Warriors. I'm Sonora, and here with me is
Evan. Welcome to the 19th edition of the Whittier Morning Tea for Season 2.
We're here to bring you the latest news from DC's very own Whittier Elementary School.
You are watching Channel 9 News,
where we spill the tea, and the news is always piping hot and real. And now for our breaking news story.
Good morning, Whittier Warriors. I'm Noah.
And I'm Madison. Welcome back to another empowering episode of the Whittier Morning Tea.
Today, as we continue to celebrate Women's History Month, we're shining a spotlight on an incredible woman who's making waves in not just our community, but far beyond.
That's right. We're talking about none other than Ketanji Brown, a true inspiration, a trailblazer in her own right.
Ketanji is an outstanding advocate for education and empowerment, both locally and globally. Her dedication to uplifting others and breaking barriers is truly remarkable.
Not only is she a champion for education, but she's also a strong advocate for gender equality and social justice. Her tireless efforts have touched countless lives and inspired many to strive for excellence.
Ketanji's passion for creating positive change is evident in everything she does. From mentoring young girls to advocating for inclusive policies, she is a beacon of hope and progress in our community.
And now let's dive deeper into Ketanji's incredible journey by watching a short video that highlights her remarkable achievements and the impact she's making on the world.
Known in history for her attention to detail in the world of law, and also becoming the first African-American woman to be nominated and confirmed to sit on the United States Supreme Court. Stay tuned for more as we share interesting facts from the biography of Ketanji Brown Jackson. Beginning with our first fact, Ketanji Brown was born September 14, 1970 in Washington, D.C., to her parents Johnny and Ellery Brown. When looking at her parents' story, they both attended historically black colleges and universities before both spending their careers as public school teachers in the Miami-Dade public school system. But checking out this next fact, it would be about Ketanji's love for the law and the individual that inspired her to go in that direction. That is where Brown spoke in a lecture discussing how her father attended law school while she was a little girl. Watching him do his studies inspired her to enter the field of law. Now up next, with every success story comes a few haters. That is where, although Ketanji dreamed of going to Harvard University to further her education, her high school guidance counselor told her not to set her sights so high. Well, needless to say, she proved them wrong, graduating magna cum laude from Harvard University at the top of her class. Now, of course, many people know Ketanji for her time as a judge, but she is also known as a teacher. Ketanji has trained the next generation of lawyers, teaching classes on trial advocacy and federal sentencing at Harvard Law School and George Washington University Law School. Now, taking a peek into her personal life, Ketanji is married to Patrick Jackson, a surgeon who met Ketanji at Harvard University. The two would go on to have 2 daughters. Breaking down Ketanji's career in the legal world, all I can say is she has an amazing resume. Looking back over her career, she has dedicated her life to being a public servant, spending time as a public defender, a Supreme Court clerk, a judge on the U.S. District Court for the District of Columbia, and a judge on the U.S. Court of Appeals for the D.C. Circuit. And I have to break down this next fact discussing another icon in Black history. That is where, in September of 2012, President Obama nominated Judge Jackson to serve on the U.S. District Court for the District of Columbia, where she would be confirmed on March 23, 2013. But hold up. Wait a minute. Her career wouldn't just stop there. In 2022, Ketanji would go on to make history, being nominated by President Joe Biden to serve as the 116th Associate Justice of the United States Supreme Court. She would later be confirmed on April 7th of the same year to take her seat on the Supreme Court, making history as the first African American woman to be a Supreme Court Justice. So, as you can see, the life of Ketanji Brown Jackson is filled with success and Black excellence in the world of law, including her rise to sit on the United States Supreme Court. I hope you enjoyed hanging with me as I shared interesting facts from her biography, and we'll see you next time on Fresburg Cartoon.
The judicial oath, will you raise your right hand, please? Thank you. I, Ketanji Brown Jackson,
I, Ketanji Brown Jackson,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will administer justice
that I will administer justice
without respect to persons
without respect to persons
and do equal right
and do equal right
to the poor and to the rich,
to the poor and to the rich,
and that I will faithfully and impartially
and that I will faithfully and impartially
discharge and perform
discharge and perform
all the duties
incumbent upon me
as an Associate Justice of the Supreme Court of the United States,
as an Associate Justice of the Supreme Court of the United States,
under the Constitution
and
laws of the United States.
and laws of the United States.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Now, on behalf of all of the members of the court, I am pleased to welcome Justice Jackson to the court and to our common calling.
What an amazing woman. Ketanji Brown's dedication to education and empowerment serves us as an inspiration to all of us.
Absolutely. And as we continue to celebrate Women's History Month, let's remember to honor the remarkable women like Ketanji who have paved the way for progress and equality.
That's all for today's episode of the Whittier Morning Tea. Remember, warriors, be inspired, be empowered, and always strive for greatness. Until next time, stay strong and keep making history. I'm Noah.
And I'm Madison.
Signing off.
Very own Aria Anderson has been named a finalist in the Future Chef's culinary competition.
Let's take a look at a short video of Aria finding out she won. It was such an amazing moment to witness. Okay, can you read that for me, please?
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations. You have been chosen as a finalist in this year's Future Chef's culinary competition. Our theme is your favorite recipe from home or family recipe. Please share this letter with your parent or your guardian.
Who's this letter for?
Me.
Congratulations!
Yay, Aria!
Congratulations, Aria! Yes! Oh, I'm so proud of you, Aria! She's in tears! I'm Evan.
And I'm Tenor.
And boy, do we have some exciting news for you about Black Lives Matter's family game night, Family Feud.
That's right. The Big Brains came out on top with players including Guinea, Amina, Luca, and Braylon showing off their smarts. But let's not forget about the Lightning Bolts featuring Madison, Kennedy, Demi, Julie, and even Mrs. Bolton.
And a big shout out to our amazing host, Mr. Wiley, and our board ops, Mrs. Samuels, Miss Harris, and Miss Williams. With all these incredible participants, it's no wonder why it was a blast.
And guess what? All participants are winners of a sponsored Chick-fil-A lunch. Yum. Courtesy of AP Wiley and Principal Johnson. How cool is that?
So whether you're a big brain or a lightning bolt, remember, we are Whittier Warriors, and we always have a great time together. Stay tuned for more fun events like this one on the Whittier team.
That's all for now, folks. Have a fantastic day and keep on shining bright. That's all the news we have for today.
Be sure to tune in next week for another edition of the Whittier Morning Tea,
where we spill the tea and the news is always piping hot and real. I'm Tenor.
And I'm Evan.
Signing off.
Have a peaceful and productive day and do the Whittier Warrior way.
Remember, if trouble finds you, find the nearest adult. If trouble finds you, find the nearest adult. Thank you.
Thank you.